During the colonial period, that is during the British time, a number of socio-economic indicators were in dilapidated state. That means in a very bad state. During the colonial period, a number of socio-economic indicators were in a dilapidated state. List any three such indicators that led to the worsening of India's demographic profile. What exactly is demography? Demographic profile, something to do with the birth rate, something to do with the death rate, something to do with the literacy rate. That is demography. How many people were living in cities, how many people were living in villages and all. That is demography. Why the socio-economic indicators were in a dilapidated, in a bad state? Because simple, number one, the birth rate was high. Number two, the death rate was also high during that time. Number three, the literacy rate was very low. The literacy rate was very low. So these were some of the indicators. Now I'll give you some figures. I'll read out. India's demographic indicators were in a dilapidated state. That means in a very bad state during the colonial period. That means during the British time, when the British, before independence I'm talking about, and the below data highlights the same. What exactly? I'll give you the data. Number one, the overall literacy level rate was very less. That means below 16%. That is one of the demographic data. The overall literacy rate was 16%, very low. Number two, life expectancy was very low, something like 32 years life expectancy. That means how many years a person is going to live. 32 years was life expectancy. And the third one is the infant mortality rate was 218 children used to die per 1,000 children born. That is infant mortality. So infant mortality was very high. Life expectancy was very low. The overall literacy rate was also low. If you remember the figures, you write it. Otherwise, you simply write these points. So the demographic indicators were very bad, while life expectancy was very low, literacy rate was very low, and the overall literacy rate was low, life expectancy was very low, and infant mortality rate was very high. So these are demographic indicators. They were in a bad condition.